Well, hello everybody again, and here we are for our third segment of Pet Muses, and I don't know if you can
Great.
see him, but I was feeling a little bit, yes, this is Frodo begging, because he begs.
Right.
Yes,
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
We look alike, don't
Hi,
we? We look
Bruno.
like. He's like, what? Where? But
He's adorable.
I mean, it's been crazy cat lady day, and I thought, well, got to even the score a little
Yes.
bit, so I had to bring Frodo. So, anyways, but
Hi, Bruno. He's like, what?
yeah,
He,
so
he's good. He's a good one.
he's a good boy. He is. He hates pigs with glasses, and he hates bad men. He watches TV with me, and he just runs and he barks at the TV if he sees them. It's hilarious.
Is that a show called Pigs with Glasses?
No, he just, if he sees, once in a while in the commercial, you'll see a pig wearing glasses for some stupid reason, and he just hates it. He hates it. So it's, I'll be in the bathroom brushing my teeth or something, and he'll be out here barking at the TV, so he goes,
Oh my gosh.
Gordo, look, Gordo,
All right.
look. So anyways, but yes, here we are. I'm Denise Guru, and my compadre is Michelle Cornwell Jordan, and we're talking about
Hello, guys.
is so our next contestant is Devorah Fox, and I think she's another cat lady, but we're gonna find out. So, Michelle, tell them what's coming up, and I'll see if I can get Devorah on.
We got this. All right, everyone, thank you again for joining us. And please make sure you stay tuned within the next couple weeks. We will be having a bullying roundtable. We will bring on authors to chat about their experiences with bullying or how they use that stories. And also coming in the summer, we will start chatting about our book club. So many fun things happening. Devorah, you're here. Hello.
It's good to see you again.
She always has the pretty
yes, look at
going
that.
on.
I don't know how. I don't know how that
pretty frame.
It's white man's magic. I don't know how to do it.
It is so cool.
It's mirror, magic mirror.
I know. Mirror on the wall. Okay.
Well, we're just happy to have you here today, and it's been cat people today, so I had to even the score, and I had to bring Frodo, so he's gonna sit here. Yeah. So, but Devorah, why don't you start out and just tell our viewers a little bit about yourself and what you write, and we'll just go from there.
Well, I'm especially jazzed because my newest title just came out yesterday. This
Congratulations! Woohoo!
This is book 4 in the epic fantasy series, The Bewildering Adventures of King B. William. And as if that wasn't fun enough, this week I also learned that book 1, The Lost King, received an award, a certificate of excellence.
Congratulations!
I'm just stunned. So I'm just really, up in the clouds. And we are talking about pets as muses.
Yes.
And there is a heroic cat. Okay, I'm a cat person. There's a heroic cat in the series who, for many people, is more popular than King B. William the hero, but started out in book 1 as a kitten, and now still in the series. I kind of ran into a little issue as she left kittenhood, which was, okay, here we've got this female cat, and we're in the medieval period, and what am I going to do when this cat starts, having kittens? that's really going to slow King B. William down. So I did have to deal with that in book 3, to take care of that in a way that was going to make it convenient for me, the author, to keep her in the series, but not cause any of the readers any grief. So that was a challenge.
Don't kill her.
No.
Well, you know, we definitely want to chat more about the book, but I'm going to go back a little bit and ask, how did you start out writing? Was it a lifelong dream of yours, newfound passion? How did that all start?
You know, I honestly don't remember not writing.
Yeah.
I do vaguely remember writing my first novel in the 3rd grade. And actually, since then, I've heard a lot of people who've said that they wrote when they were 8 years old, you know, and wrote something more than a letter when they were 8. So there must be something about that age when writers come out.
Right.
It was a book about a Korean orphan. Nobody told me at the time to write what you know. So I wrote about a Korean orphan. Why, I don't know. And I also illustrated it myself. And I remember not being able to decide which I liked better, writing or illustrating. And many decades later, I do both. So, you know, the writing was on the wall back there in the 3rd grade, I guess.
All right. Well, what was the definitive moment that caused you to say, okay, this is what I'm going to do for
life? As far as writing novels, the definitive moment was I was reading Faye Kellerman's first book, The Ritual Bath, and I liked it so much. It was like, okay, I want to do that. I want to write something that people are going to like as much as I like that. And I also was, I couldn't find the book to read that I wanted to read. So I thought, okay, I'll write the book that I want to read.
There you go. Awesome. Very cool.
Yeah, well, that's what I ended up doing. You know, I spent 8 years writing my first book, and it was all based on all the stuff that I was doing with horses. And it's like, why am I learning all this stuff? And then, because I was like you, Devorah, you know, I was writing these little stories when I was really young. And then when the kids, the babies started coming, it was like, okay, I want to write for kids, you know. And after rejection notices and all that stuff, I threw that away for a while. But then, you know, I started doing all this other stuff, healing stuff with horses and rescuing and all that. And so I'm just kind of curious, you know, Pet as muses, I mean, you have the kitty cats running around at home. Was there anything special about any of your kitty cats that inspired your stories?
Well, actually, it wasn't my cats that inspired Mew in the King B. William book. It was a friend's cat who was just this, well, you know, like this puppy cat, just loyal and followed him all around and was very dexterous with her front paws. And I think she was part Maine Coon cat. It was a stray, but just a really lovely cat. And I am really especially glad that I captured her spirit in the book because she died last year. So now she's immortal in my books, which she should be because she was just a swell cat. So it actually hasn't been my cats that inspired that character. It was a friend's cat.
Wow. I love that term, puppy cat. I like that. There are some. I actually knew of a puppy cat that was very friendly, that came and followed. So I knew exactly what you were meaning when you said that. So what draws you to that particular muse? I mean, are there other species, you know, to honor Frodo, dogs, or, you know, Denise who has horses, or are there other species? And if not, why particularly the cat?
Well, I had dogs when I was little, but ever since I've been on my own, I've had cats, and I think cats work out better for certain lifestyles because they're independent and you don't need to walk them 3 times a day, and they nap a lot, and
they don't want to really be bothered.
So and one of my cats is also seriously puppy cat, comes when cold, just really.
I love that term.
But in retrospect, I'm actually sorry that I put cats in and not dogs, because it'll make it harder for them to make movies out of these books, because they can't get cats to act the way they can get dogs. They can train dogs to act and have dogs.
Maybe CGI cat in there.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be CGI all the way, because cats are going, no,
They're like, I don't think so.
I'm not doing that. But my latest pet that I'm having a lot of fun with is my dragon.
Fun.
I have a 7-foot inflatable lighted dragon. I don't know what possessed me. Somebody called my attention to this, and it's supposed to be like this yard art thing, but it was just so cute. So I just went ahead and ordered it, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. I would have set it up in here, but it kind of upsets the cats. In fact, a few weeks ago, I had it up on a. I often put it on the front deck, where it scares the heck out of the dogs that my neighbors are walking. But I had it on a different deck, the one that my cats tend to use. And for days, they would not go out on that deck, even after I had taken it down, because it was like, oh no, we're not going out there. That's where the monster was. But I've been taking it to book signings and author events, and people like him. His name is Inky. Yeah. He flaps his wings. It's just, yeah. So I'm starting to get inspired by having my own pet dragon, and I'm probably going to end up writing a bunch of little stories about Inky and the mischief that he gets into, because he really, for a dragon, he's really quite cute. Yeah.
How fun. Very cool.
Yeah, I love dragons, and because I like to mess around with magic and spells and all that stuff, and familiars. When you think of witches and things like that, most of them have to have a black cat as their familiar. And, so I spent a lot of time with getting to know the dragon as a familiar, and I actually have one flying around the house, and his name is Sebastian. And Sebastian got tired of protecting the house and decided he needed to have a girlfriend. And so, one day he's just like, I have a girlfriend, and her name is Celio. And it's like, okay. So, so actually I ended up incorporating both of them into my Dragon Horse series. And so I'm just wondering, like you said, you're going to venture into the dragon, the dragon stories. And so what is it about Inky is there anything special about Inky? Is he going to be doing anything special in your stories? Or are you just still kind of mulling him over and just getting to know him?
Well, I am, we're still getting acquainted, and there have been dragons in the King V. Williams stories, but unlike in a lot of the fantasy genre, they're monsters. In a lot of other books, they are wise or magical. In these stories, they are just flat out monsters, and King V. Williams is a dragon slayer, and he gets rid of them. But he has a young knight to have a special affinity for communicating with animals, especially mystical animals, and there's a mystical animal in every one of the books. And Sir Maxwell just seems to have a facility for developing some kind of communication with them. And I am thinking that we're going to get to where he and his king, whom he dearly loves and dearly respects, are going to end up butting heads over a dragon, because King will want to kill him, and Sir Maxwell will be, trying to make friends with the dragon. So we'll probably get to be seeing different sides of dragons in future King B. William books.
Very cool. Speaking, I'm glad we were chatting regarding the books. What is one of your favorite scenes out of your book, and why?
Oh, probably in the first book where King B. William meets Empress Alexandra. I was trying to write a meet cute scene. So they meet cute over a dragon slaying. She's out patrolling her own domain and trying to get rid of a dragon who is actually not a dragon, it's a wyvern. But
Yes.
King B. William stumbles upon her and thinks that she needs help and rushes to her aid. And it's like, hey, I had this under control. I didn't need any help. It's just, and that's how they meet. Yeah.
I love it.
I like that scene.
Very cool.
He's got bad breath. Yeah. Well,
Oh.
he does. Got bad breath. I don't know why. Why do you have bad breath? Pew.
He's looking at you. Really?
I need to brush his teeth. Yeah. Well, I'm just curious, we were talking to the other authors and, I kind of delved into the wild animals and, how much fun it is just to, get into spirit animals or animal communication and I'm just wondering, is there a wild animal that you seem to be more drawn to, that maybe sometimes down the road you would incorporate this wild animal into one of your stories? And why would you go there?
Actually, I did get kind of a wild animal in this latest one in the readout. I'm not really sure what it is. It's looks a lot like a wild boar or even a javelina, except it's huge. It's much bigger than they normally are. So it might be part mystical, magical wild boar javelina, but it's pretty fierce. And that's the closest to wild animal I think that's in the stories. I mean, there's lots of horses, obviously, but they're all domesticated. Yeah. And there's a donkey in the first one. It's a pack animal, so it's domesticated. This wild boar, this one is a forest creature and just comes out of nowhere. But it's pretty mean. It's got some serious tusks to it. So,
well, that's really interesting. Okay. Because Wade was talking about the javelina too when we talked to him earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I don't know if you had a chance to read Guy Donovan's Dragon's Treasure series, but there is a really nasty character in his book, and it is like a Celtic mythology, and I didn't realize that so many cultures had that javelina in there, and how awful it is. It's just a terrible what do you want to call it, creature? So I find it
they're pretty fierce. I mean, yeah. You don't want to just kind of like run into one.
Right.
They're pretty fierce.
Yeah, that was the first time I've heard of it. So that was ironic that you mentioned it too. So now that's another thing we have to go Google.
Yeah.
What is javelina? What about your writing process? How do you have a certain time of day, place? Are your fur babies with you? Some people, I've chatted with authors before where they do like their fur buddy, a dog, cat, right there near them. What is your writing process? Or do you just write whenever you have a moment?
Oh, I write I basically write all the time. All these novels all started as National Novel Writing Month.
Ah, yes.
So, of course, since it's a writing marathon, it's like, I'm awake, I'm writing.
Yes.
Sometimes it takes all day
Yes.
to get all those words done for the day. So I start as soon as I'm awake. And then when I'm doing the marathon, when I've done the word count for the day, I quit. Although by then sometimes it's 4:00 in the afternoon.
Right.
And then I do my day job. You know? And Scotty, my youngest cat, actually used to keep me company. Used to sit in the chair behind me.
Oh.
Now that he's older, he's got more important things to do. He's got.
I know. It's all grown up now. Just
those are mom. Yeah. I can't be hanging out in the office all day long. So they do have a wonderful habit of coming and interrupting me while I'm mid-sentence. And it's like, oh my God, there's a hole in the pile of food in my bowl. Food bowl. You must come immediately and do something about my food bowl. No, we can't wait. They don't understand just a minute. Just language. So I have to get up in the middle and go police the food bowl. And yeah, so.
Do you have conversations with them? I do with my cats. We literally, especially Bastet, she meows, and sometimes I can understand her meows. They're urgent, like you said, you need to go right then. Or meow when she's irritated. I could tell that meow. Do you have I actually talk to them. I do, and I'll talk and they seem to listen. Do you have conversations?
Shuma doesn't talk all that much. Scotty's a talker, and he'll come up behind me and he'll go, meep, meep, meep. It's like, what?
Yes. You're right. It's exactly when you're busy or focusing on something they really need you right then. I mean, so I completely understand.
Yeah, I noticed that with my daughter's cats. It's if we go spend the weekend, the one cat dish is down in the hallway, and you get anywhere near the hallway, and the one cat, Tonic, is like, he's right there. You're my dish. You gotta fill it up. And he does not take no for an answer. Like the dogs, dogs, except for treat time now, the dogs get a treat at around 6 o'clock at night. And, you'll be watching something or doing something, and they're both staring at you like, and it's like, what do you want? And, for the most part, I can tell them, go lay down, I'll get you cooked. But a cat, it's like, oh, no. Oh, no, I'm not going away until you address me,
Right. That's right.
And I used to wonder, because there is food in the bowl. And I'm going, what is the problem here? But what I learned recently was that they're nearsighted. Maybe it's farsighted. But anyway, when they look down, they can only see like what's right in front of them. They can't really see out to the side when they're looking down into the bowl. So if there's a space in the middle, it's like, oh my God, there's no food there. So they don't see that there's food off to the side.
Wow, I just learned something. Wow. Okay.
Well, you have to kind of repile the food.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, I know. We just learned a lot of interesting things today, didn't we? I mean,
today we really
yes. I mean,
I've learned so much.
Like Devorah, do you a lot of like here I'm talking about healers again who have cats and people who do energy work and stuff, and they always talk about, if the door is open and they're in doing like massage or Reiki or anything on their cats, the cat has to come in and the cat has to be there, and a lot of them believe that cats actually, give healing to their persons. And I'm just wondering if, you think your cats do anything like that for you?
Not well. They are a comfort. I will say they are a comfort, and they can. I think they can tell when I'm especially stressed. I don't know about cats so much. Dogs, definitely. My sister has a therapy dog, and takes him to nursing homes and Alzheimer's units, and he definitely is a healing presence for the patients. And I just recently read about somebody who owns a funeral home, and they have a dog. It's not a certified therapy dog. It's just a sweet dog. But they have a dog that can be there for people who are there. Either they're having to make arrangements, or they're having to come in and get something rolling on a funeral. And the dog does tend to, settle people down just by being there, and just by, letting them pet him. They do say that petting a cat, their blood pressure. As I think they have actually done studies, and that's a scientific fact that is healing. So I don't know that my cats lower my blood pressure. Not when they,
Maybe the yeah.
But it's probably me and not them. I'm sure they're doing their best.
Yeah, I just can't see you taking a cat to the nursing home, with one of those, that says service cat. They just don't fit that,
No. Although, there's a famous, like it's a bed and breakfast place or something in England or whatever, that has cats that you can rent the cat to take back to your room at night to cuddle with. They have like a whole bookcase full of cats, 6 or 9 cats or whatever.
Just, wow.
One out for the night. So, maybe it depends on the cat, or maybe British cats are more chill than American cats. I don't know.
Wow, that is incredible to me. What about books? When growing up, or even now, are there some books that have influenced you, that have focused on fur babies, or not? What are some of the books that have influenced you in your writing?
I can't think of any really. When I was little, I didn't read Winnie the Pooh. Everybody read Winnie the Pooh. I don't think I've ever read Winnie the Pooh. Maybe someday I'll get around to it. Bar the Elephant. That was
I like Bar.
That my folks read to me when I was little. Yes. Although I can't say I have a particular affinity for elephants today, but that might be the earliest
I was always irritated with Curious George. I don't even know if you remember that story about Curious George.
Yeah, I might have read Curious George. That I don't remember as vividly as Barbara.
I was like, why does he always do things?
Well, and then there's the Jungle Story.
Yes.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Mowgli. The
Where
bear.
Wild Things Are was awesome.
Yeah.
No, Maurice Sendak I didn't read. No, I don't know. Maybe my folks who read to me as a child had peculiar taste in literature, because I didn't read. I don't remember reading any of the stuff that most kids read. So, I haven't to this day. Maybe. So I don't know.
Yes.
Huh. I know. I read all the horse books.
Always on your list. Yeah, I had the horse books.
Yeah, me, I'm the horse person. I did Marguerite Henry, the pony of Shinkotik, that little island, the Black Stallion, Walter Farley and Flicka and all of those, that's and I remember growing up, it's like if I was to be a writer, I want to be just like Walter Farley, write all those Black Stallion books, It's just so funny. But as we were talking about, Michelle was talking earlier, and I thought this was really funny because she, how can you tell a cat person or how can you tell a dog person, And so I went online and there's a list here. It's kind of interesting of the differences between dog and cat people, and I just wonder if you guys agree with any of this. And let me just list some of this stuff. Because I'm a dog person, and I think you guys are more cat people, maybe. But the first one is the dog lovers listen. Now, I listen. I'm a good listener. I've always been a really good listener. So I don't know. But cat lovers are smart. So are you guys smart?
Not going to argue.
Cat lovers Cat lovers keep an open mind. Well, I have a really open mind. So, how about dog lovers keep things lively? I don't know, Michelle, you keep things pretty lively. I don't know, and you're a cat person.
Could be.
I
wrote that up.
I don't know. Cat lovers prefer solitude. Are you guys more happy?
Yes.
See, but
I've seen a lot about the difference between cat lovers and dog lovers. It's an extrovert introvert thing.
Yes, very much so.
That's so weird because
I enjoy this type of this, but I'd rather be someone else.
Well,
not that I'd rather be someone else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean. Is Devorah, is people like one of your favorite animals? I mean, they're really not my favorite animals. I'm kind of real picky and choosy. That sounds like a cat.
That's more cat than dog.
I had a writer friend once who said to me, I've never met anybody who loved mankind but hated people the way you do.
I don't even know how you can top that.
I love mankind, but I hate people.
Well, and then I don't know. It says dog lovers are more dominant. I don't know. I guess you have to decide what you really are. Are you really just a cat lover, or are you really just a dog lover? I mean, did maybe Devorah cats?
Because I like wolves.
Yeah, I mean, did cats pick you?
Maybe a hybrid.
Or did you pick cats?
Oh, no, they've all picked me. Oh, they have definitely all picked me. Yes. Yeah, I didn't adopt them. They said, oh, you are now going to be my staff.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what they said. Yes, the cats have staff. Is that how that goes? Yeah. Yeah, they definitely hired me. Yeah.
I know, it's so funny because we think that I don't know, that they're in service to us, and really that I don't think that's how it is.
Really different.
No. Yeah. So, oh gosh, but yeah, I just thought that.
And I'm clarifying. I was going to clarify when I said, want to be. What I meant was, it is. I think for many introverts, we do enjoy the interaction, but we tend to want to have that time where you pull away a little bit, to regroup or re-energize. I think I'm sure everyone feels that way, but I know people that are introverts, and they do need that time to just regroup, to go back out. So that's more so what I mean.
Yeah.
Just I'll put that out there.
And I think too, it's like a cat person, a dog person, they're going to have to take their dog for a walk. And so they have to get out where all the people were. A cat person, they don't have to do that. I mean, the cat sleeps 16 hours a day. Yeah.
I have puppy cats because mine's do not. They're like puppies. I love that term, puppy cat. So because there are differences. But we are getting low. So what are some of the things that you like to do for fun, Devorah?
I've recently started going to something at our local art center. I think this happens all over the country at art centers and in commercial places too. Here it's called Wine, and Design.
Oh.
You go to the art center for 3 hours, and the artists instruct you in making an acrylic painting. And you bring a snack and you bring a beverage, and it's pretty much paint by numbers. I mean, the artists they give you the canvas, they have the image that you're going to do. Everybody does the same image. The artist says, "Okay, put this color there, put that color there." Except what's astounding about it is at the end of the night, if there's 20 people there are 20 different paintings. We all use the same image, we all use the same colors, and yet they're all unique. But it's a lot of fun, and it's a creative activity, but it uses a different part of the brain, I think. So for me, it's very relaxing, and it's creative, but it uses different muscles. So I really enjoy that. I think I've done 5 or 6 of those, and they're so wonderful that I have them hung on the wall in the garage.
Oh, very nice. One day we're going to need to see your work. Very cool.
That's a lot of fun. So.
Well, that's interesting. What would be your one piece of advice to other writers out there? And after that, where can our readers find you?
Oh, I like what Chris Batty, the guy who started National Novel Writing Month, said. No plot, no problem. Just do it. Just do it. Just sit down and write. Worry about it later, whether it's any good or not. If you've got words in your head, get them on paper. Don't think about it. Don't hesitate. Just do it. Don't think you're not good enough. Not everybody does this. Some people really don't write. So if you feel compelled to write, you're a writer. Go ahead and write something. That's probably wonderful. It is. It's probably a lot better.
Very cool.
All my books are on Amazon.com. I have author page there, Devorah Fox, and I have a blog, DevorahFox.com. So I'm there. I'm on Facebook. I have a Facebook author page, Devorah Fox Author. That's me, Devorah Fox Author. So I'm all over the place. Twitter, all over.
Very cool.
Are there any that? So.
I'm sorry?
Oh, that's good.
Oh,
yeah.
I was going to say congratulations again on your newest release. Congratulations. That's awesome.
I'll hold that up again. See?
Hold it up. And thank you so much for joining us again, for being here and participating. We hope that you come back and, give, a little rub to all the pet friends. Thank you again for joining us.
Well, it's been great to visit with you again and to talk about my favorite thing, cats. Yes.
I know cats booked me too. Well, everyone that is out there, thank you so much for just hanging out with us. And we just hope that you'll go show some love for Devorah and go get her newest and connect with her. And Denise, it's been awesome. So Thank you. And guys, we'll see all of you next time. Hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.